Have you ever wondered what kept the Vikings robust and rowdy, or what sweet elixir the ancient poets sipped as they penned praises to the gods? Enter mead, the oldest alcoholic drink in the book. Literally. This isn't your typical barroom brew, but a fermented concoction of water, honey, and often spices, fruits, or grains that has tickled the taste buds of historical figures from Aristotle to Beowulf. Imagine a drink so powerful it was believed to drip from the heavens and confer immortality upon those who drank it. Intrigued? Let's dive into the golden, syrupy depths of mead's rich history. Mead has been the go-to celebration drink long before the first grape was squashed into wine. This ancient tipple not only predates wine and beer, but has been a staple in ceremonies across different cultures, from the sun-drenched valleys of Ethiopia to the frosty Norse banquets. It's not just the stuff of legend. Archaeological digs have unearthed evidence of mead-making materials in vessels dating back to 7000 BC. Yes, our ancestors had their priorities straight: ensure the survival of honeybees and keep the mead flowing. So why isn't mead as common as beer or wine today? Well, the answer is as complex as its flavor. But fear not, by the end of this sweet and spirited journey, you'll not only be a mead aficionado, but perhaps even inspired to brew a batch of your own. Mead making, in its essence, is a delightful dance of simplicity and patience. The basic recipe involves diluting honey with water and allowing it to ferment with the help of wild or added yeast. This process, known as fermentation, converts the sugars in honey into alcohol. But don't be fooled by the simplicity of its ingredients. The craft of mead making is an art form honed over millennia. The choice of honey, the source of water, and the type of yeast all play pivotal roles in the symphony of flavors that mead can exhibit. Artisanal mead makers often experiment with various additives such as fruits, spices, and herbs, creating a myriad of mead variants. From the tartness of berries to the warmth of cinnamon, these ingredients infuse the mead with complex flavors and aromas. This diversity is not just a modern twist, but a continuation of ancient practices, where mead was tailored to reflect local traditions and available resources. For instance, the Vikings were known for their love of mead spiced with the herbs found in their rugged landscapes. The fermentation process itself can last anywhere from a few weeks to several years, depending on the desired outcome. This patience-testing wait is what imbues mead with its distinct character: smooth, rich, and often with a hint of the wild origins of its primary ingredient, honey. Today's mead makers respect these ancient methods while employing modern techniques to ensure consistency and safety, making mead an old yet new frontier in the world of alcoholic beverages. Historically, mead has been more than just a drink. It's been a potion with mystical properties. In many cultures, mead was thought to bestow health benefits, from digestive aids to aphrodisiacs. The ancient Greeks called it ambrosia and believed it was the drink of the gods, which supposedly descended from the heavens as dew and was then collected by bees. This divine origin story adds a celestial layer to mead's allure, making every sip a heavenly experience. The effects of mead are often described as more than just intoxication. There's a certain lightness to its buzz, a clarity of mind that many attribute to the purity of its natural ingredients. In Norse mythology, mead was also considered a source of poetic inspiration and wisdom. The legendary mead of poetry, for instance, was said to make anyone who drank it a poet or scholar. Whether there's any truth to these claims, or it's just the placebo effect of drinking something so storied and pure, is up for debate. But it's not just the effects that make mead unique, it's the experience. The ritual of drinking mead, often from communal bowls or horns in ancient times, fostered a sense of community and continuity. This social aspect of mead drinking, coupled with its storied past, makes every glass a link to ancestors who shared the same sweet indulgence. Today, as more people seek connections with the past, mead's light, inclusive buzz is finding new enthusiasts. Section 4. Mead in the Tapestry of Time. Mead's presence in historical narratives is both profound and pervasive. It has graced the tables of pharaohs, fueled Viking conquests, and been a muse to poets and playwrights. Its importance in rituals and everyday life has made it a staple in many a historical account. In medieval Europe, mead was believed to possess medicinal properties, often prescribed for ailments from common colds to more complex diseases. It was more than a drink, it was a remedy, a part of life's fabric. The social dynamics around mead also reflect its cultural significance. In many societies, mead was a symbol of hospitality and generosity. Offering mead was a sign of trust and respect. This tradition is vividly captured in epic tales and folklore, where mead halls are central to community life, serving as venues for feasting, governance, and entertainment. These halls were not just places to eat and drink, but pivotal social arenas where alliances were forged and stories were born. Moreover, the resurgence of interest in mead today is partly due to a broader revival of artisanal and craft food movements. People are increasingly drawn to products with rich histories and traditional production methods. Mead, with its deep historical roots and artisanal charm, fits perfectly into this trend. Breweries and meaderies are popping up all over the world, championing both traditional and innovative brewing techniques, thus weaving mead back into the modern cultural fabric. Section 5. Conclusion: The Sweet Revival. As we've journeyed through the amber waves of mead's history, it's clear that this ancient beverage is more than just a drink. It's a cultural artifact that has stood the test of time. From its mystical beginnings to its modern-day renaissance, mead has continued to enchant with its simplicity and richness. Whether it's the allure of drinking something shared by ancient gods or the modern appeal of artisanal craftsmanship, mead holds a special place in the hearts of many. Today, mead is experiencing a resurgence, finding favor among those who cherish its historical significance and unique flavor profile. It's not just about reliving the past, it's about redefining the future of traditional beverages. So the next time you raise a glass of this golden elixir, remember you're not just sipping on fermented honey. You're toasting to centuries of history, culture, and the sweet buzz of life itself. As mead makes its mark once again in bars and homes around the world, we're reminded of its timeless journey. Here's to mead. May its revival continue to ferment a deeper appreciation for history's most enduring sip. Cheers to the ancient buzz!